What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the Cubcast Daily, our daily news section we're running here on the channel, exploring different news topics, conversations, chart breakdowns, everything along those lines. And I'm very excited to be getting into this one today as we take a look at an event that did take place on Sunday. That, of course, being the Grammys, one of the most globally accepted and kind of looked at kind of award ceremonies regarding music from not just America but around the world as well. So I am excited to get into this as a breakdown, as a conversation. As always, friends, if you are enjoying what we are doing here on the channel, do make sure you are getting involved, firstly, by heading over to the TikTok page at CubKXVU. Over there, loads of bits of information, content, breakdowns. There's football stuff over there as well. Just loads of the content we cover here on Cubcam TV, almost condensed for a short form format. It's a really good place to keep up to date with what we're doing, so go and give us a follow. We're approaching 12,000 followers on there, and we can continue growing with your help. Also, make sure you are getting involved with Cubcam TV as well by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. We are now hurtling towards 70,000 subscribers, an insane number, and I cannot thank you all enough. But we are going to be talking about the Grammys, primarily a big victory for one of the most talked about artists out of Nigeria in recent years, and that is, of course, the one and only TEMS. We're looking at the BBC article for this one. As you can see, we're on the BBC website. TEMS wins the Grammy. Nigerians celebrate the Rap Award. This comes to us from Keisha Gatari for BBC News in Lagos. Top Nigerian artists have joined music fans from across the world to celebrate and congratulate singer TEMS on winning a Grammy Award. She won in the Best Melodic Rap Performance category for her contribution on the hit song Wait For You with Future and Drake. Now, this is a really interesting breakdown and discussion to have. Obviously, TEMS has actually been moderately quiet in regards to actual releases over the last couple of years. She's not been super up to date with releasing solo projects. Obviously, she did have the No Woman, No Cry cover. She also, of course, had the Oscar nomination for her work on Black Panther as well, which is obviously a big deal. Her being involved in the writing credits for the Rihanna song Lift Me Up, that's huge. But the fact she has managed to bag the bag a Grammy, which is obviously one of the most celebrated music awards worldwide for her feature on a track which is realistically outside her more typical range, is really exciting, because it does show just how much impact just African musicians, Nigerian musicians in particular, in this scenario that do come from a more sort of Afrobeat centric background, is a really exciting thing to see, because we are now seeing these artists genuinely start to dominate on the global stage. TEMS has been dominating, there's no getting away from that. Having a Grammy nomination and an Oscar nomination for different things in the same year, you don't really see many people doing that in general, so it's a really exciting thing, and I've got to say hats off to her, because she has picked and chosen her directions very smartly. However many people are involved in her team, however many people are involved in her scenario, I don't know, but it's clear to see that they are making the right decisions, they're making the correct kind of informed decisions, and the pathway that's kind of coming out of her direction is very impressive indeed. Looking through this, we do see they beat a strong field which included Kendrick Lamar and DJ Khaled. Artists included Tiwa Savage, Awaje, Amawamni, and all people who have posted basically messages congratulating TEMS. It's TEMS times, nobody can stop the superstar, posted Afrobeat singer Olamide, and some fans on Twitter have been hailing her as the first Nigerian female artist to win a Grammy. Now, I know this isn't true. I've seen a couple of people talking about this on Twitter. Others argue that the historic first was achieved by British Nigerian singer Sade, whose real name is Helen Fosolade Adu, and she won the award 4 times. Yeah, that's what I was seeing earlier. So yeah, very interesting indeed to see that comparison being made. I think whether this is someone that is kind of more Nigerian rather than British Nigerian, I don't know. I don't know what the situation people are arguing is, but I feel in a modern idiom, this is still a very impressive thing, regardless of whether it's the first or not, purely because of the energy that TEMS is showing, this domination, as I said, that she's had over just world music in general. And it's been so exciting to watch. You look at her domination over the US Afrobeats Billboard chart, for instance. That has been one of the most phenomenal things to watch. There was a point I think she had, I think she had one in, I think it was 1 in every 5 tunes was a TEMS tune in that chart, which is just absolutely phenomenal. When you're actually looking at it, I know Burna Boy may have overtaken her at one point with the Love Domini album, but in general, I think she has been, without a doubt, the strongest artist on there. Maybe not the highest ranking, but she has had number ones. She's actually had 2 tracks go number 1, and she's at some point, I think, had 4 tracks in the top 10. Like, she's been absolutely dominating. Not even necessarily off new material either, off a lot of previous material that is maintaining its value and popularity. So we're looking through this. Thames is 27. She rose. Her real name is Temelade Opinyeni, and has experienced a remarkable rise. She self-produced her debut single, Mr. Rebel, in 2018, which led to an almost instant fan base called Rebel Gang, who appreciated the unique sound and faster pace compared to other female Nigerian singers. Just over 4 years later, she's a Grammy winner with a list of collaborations with notable artists along the way. Featuring on Wizkid's 2020 single, Essence helped propel her to global prominence when the song reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Dubbed the song of the summer, it saw a fan base expand beyond Africa. I'm pretty sure I saw Kanye West say it's the best song made in it's like the best song ever made, or something mad like that. Her vocal talent has been praised by fellow artists. She's reportedly working on collaborations with several megastars, including Beyonce and Rihanna. I think this is genuinely the year that if we do see a TEMS album, I think we're going to see a collaboration with at least one of those two on there. I definitely think we're going to see the Rihanna collaboration. The sort of conversations we're seeing, the kind of synergy between the two as artists, it's crazy, and I definitely think that's something that will end up paying off. I definitely think we're going to see some wicked collaborations on that TEMS debut album project as it lands. I definitely think we are. DJ Edu, host of BBC's Music This Is Africa show, it said Thames has a unique style. It's great to see Thames getting her recognition. She's always stood out from the crowd, but bringing her true self and bringing her unique sound and style, and I'm really happy she's achieved such heights without having to conform, he told BBC News. I nominated her as the one to watch in 2020, so I'm obviously basking in her success. Meanwhile, South Africans Vuta Kellerman, Zakes Bantwini, and Nomsido Zikode also won a Grammy Award for the best global music performance in their collaboration, Bayeth, but that was also a track that did beat Last, which has a little bit of controversy around it. I know a lot of people were gunning for Last to be the track in that category. I actually watched a really good video that got put up by Palm Wine Pappy about this, the fact that a lot of the tracks in that category were just so different and so incomparable. In a way where it feels like everything's just been kind of lumped together if it's not from basically a Western country. That's kind of how it was looking. So it's an interesting discussion to have. I definitely believe the Grammys should in some way, shape or form expand categories so things aren't just getting lumped together with something that has no actual relevance or kind of similarity to it other than the fact it's not from a certain place rather than it is being from somewhere. I definitely think that's something that should happen. I know Emin did actually suggest putting a contemporary and a kind of classic, which I thought was a really good idea, and it's something that they have actually done. I remember reading that. It's an interesting discussion to have, definitely one I think we should have on this channel at some point. I've always been one for kind of categorization and expansion of genres being recognized for what they are rather than being lumped in the wrong place. There's nothing more frustrating than seeing something that just isn't a genre being lumped in it because it's had the success and they've got nowhere else to put it. The concept of a World Music Award in general to me just seems a little bit like you're just lumping the rest of the world in the same thing when you think about how many incredible genres, sounds and styles and influences come from just across the globe in general. I definitely think it's something that should be expanded and looked into, especially with this incredible growth we're seeing in Afrobeats music in particular, the growth of Amapiano music we're seeing in particular, obviously the growth of Latin music and a lot of South American music has given rise to kind of individual genres in those departments. So I don't understand why it's not happening as much with other sort of genres from across the globe. I definitely think it's something that should be looked at, especially given how much influence a lot of the artists that would kind of that I would kind of immediately associate with Afrobeats as a sound, where I would kind of say that's where they're from sonically. I think it's definitely time that kind of gets a little bit more recognition on the Grammy front. But yeah, very interesting stuff. You've got to say big up Thames. Congratulations to Thames. She's been on an absolute roll, and I think if she is able to do this, there's nothing to stop her getting the Oscar award as well. That would be absolutely incredible, man. The double, imagine getting a Grammy and an Oscar for different things in the same year. Thames is on fire. Her consistency needs to be kind of studied because the way that she's doing it, the way that her and her team are working is absolutely incredible, and I just want to say hats off, man. Fantastic stuff. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this as a vlog. If you want to see more vlog content on the channel, please do let me know, and as always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cub Cam TV. Stay locked.